Now we're going to talk about creativity and exploration within the footwork. The thing that I like to do sometimes when I have time and then I can go in the studio alone or with someone else is just to explore different kind of footworks and create variations or come up with new combinations of them. So in the previous video we went through 4 basic steps: padabure, sidewalk, shuffle and crisscross. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pair them. So you can pair them in any way. So for example, let's say we have padabure and sidewalk. So I normally just write it down and then I say, okay, I'm gonna take these 2 steps together, padabure and sidewalk. So, and I have 5 minutes. It can be more, it can be 1 full song. If the song is like 8 minutes, or if you want, you can put 10 minutes. Or just like it's also a little bit about time management. It depends on how much time you have in the studio. So if you have it limited, so you better put some time in. But if you have enough time, so just keep exploring till you get everything out of them. So I take these 2 steps, and then what I have to do first is just mix them. So combine. It can be starting with one and then finishing with the second one, or doing the fully one and then adding the second one. So what I'm trying in the beginning, maybe it's okay to repeat them right, left, but what I'm trying to do is not to repeat both sides. So I do one side, 1 step, and then another side is already another step, and then it becomes a little bit more clear for a viewer to understand what's the step I'm doing, but more interesting for me to perform it. So we have these 2 steps, padabure and sidewalk, and then we're gonna have 4 levels that we're gonna put on top of it. It's gonna be written under the video, so or you will see it. So the first level is again just adding double touch, the double touch that we already explored in the previous video, by mixing these 2 steps. Second level is changing tempo and playing with speed and playing with the rhythmicity. By the speed, I mean you can do it slow, you can do it fast, yeah, and then try to play with it. Don't be afraid to really slow down, even if the music not stopping, yeah, not slowing down, just get a little bit more on top of the rhythm. So in house dance we have quite a simple pattern of the beat. So to slow down, it's like being just a little wave on top of the beat. Yeah, so this is the way you also try to slow down yourself, because sometimes I really have to, I'm asking the students, especially students who get used to dance house, I'm asking them to slow down on house music, and it's really hard, they're having a bit of resistance to slow down. So practice it in a way. So you have a tempo, and also you have rhythmicity. It can be like the rhythm that you already hear in the music. In this case, it's nice to play some more rhythmical songs, like something from broken beat or more jazzy influence. So it gives a little bit more inspiration. Or you can also create some rhythms on top if the pattern of the sound is just 1 and 2 and 1. Booms, 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 booms. You can do boom, 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 boom on top with the step are you doing, yeah. So this one is the second layer. So we were talking about the first one is the putting double touch. Second one is tempo and rhythmicity. Third one is space. So instead of just getting frontal, always use changing directions and put in some turns and spins as much as you can, constantly reshaping yourself to a different direction, challenging also yourself with this. As well as spacing, yeah, you can use those steps in circles, yeah, or you can move a little bit diagonal back, yeah, front back is one of the easiest one, or side to side. So try different kind of geometry also in space. And the last layer is using and focusing more on the body. So I still have these two steps, patabura and sidewalk, but in this case, for example, I decide for myself, okay, I'm going to focus more on my hips when I do it. So maybe it will complicate a little bit the pureness of the step, of making the step clean, but this is a different kind of exploration. So don't really care about how pure with timing you do the step and with it visual, but think more about how you can play with the hips and make them active. And it would be hard to keep up with the clarity of the steps, but it's not the point in this case. So, and all these things I'm gonna write it down so you will see it visually. So you have these two steps. You play with it during 5 minutes at least, but if you have more time, put 10 minutes because it's quite a lot to explore. And then you take a second group of steps. It can be shuffle and crisscross. And then again, go through all these layers. Put the time in 5 or 10 minutes. And then again, next group, patabura and shuffle. And next group, sidewalk and crisscross. So it depends on your timing. So it would be nice if you would go through all of them. But just make your own time management and pick what is important for you. Always pick the steps that is less likable or maybe less comfortable to work on them right now, to face them in a way. So this is how you keep exploring the steps and connections and different complexity in it. And if out of this process you will find out that something interesting comes out of it. Like for example, I do this connection and I put a double touch and then I feel like, oh, this is nice, try to repeat. Things that is nice, try to repeat it. After a while, you can record these sessions also. So you record these sessions and you look at yourself and you think like, oh, this one looks nice, I like it, try to repeat it. So get back to the things that you find interesting or you find beautiful, get back and make them yours. So this is also an interesting thing, that we can create a lot of stuff every day, but you all constantly forgot what you created. So the best way is just to repeat, to be able to repeat and structure it. So this is also how I create my own language, because I'm not relying constantly on the foundation, I'm relying on my interpretations. And my interpretations, they came from the playfulness out of the foundation. And then my interpretation became my foundation. And this is how developing, I guess, starts. And developing of your own identity, of your own style, is when you're out of the creativity, come up with something and you remember this something, and after that this something becomes your dance, your foundation, something that you repeat like a foundation. So this is my concept, my idea and my vision of how you can be creative in a footwork field of it. So I'm gonna write the tasks down so you will see it, and enjoy the process of exploration.